Welcome to the Converge21 podcast preview series. What is Converge21? Converge is a community of forward-looking ethics and compliance practitioners and leaders, and Converge21 is where we gather and connect. You're invited to groundbreaking keynotes, fireside chats with CECOs from the world's most impactful companies, and practical workshops that will empower you to move the needle within your organization. The goal of Converge21 is to explore emerging trends, topics, and tools that enable you to manage better ethics and compliance and drive value and impact to your overall company strategy. You will leave this conference with new resources, best practices, and actionable ideas that can put you and your compliance practice at the next level. Most importantly will be the engagement. You'll have the opportunity to engage virtually with compliance practitioners literally across the globe. This is one of the top compliance events annually, and Converge20 was a great success. I hope you will join me in attending Converge21. We'll link to the registration and information in the show notes to this podcast. In this episode, I visit with Viktoria Reding on her presentation at Converge21 on employee engagement and awareness through compliance communications. Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox back for another episode where we are previewing some of the speakers and topics at Converge21. And today I have with me Viktoria Reding. Viktoria, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to visit with me today.
Hi, Tom. It's my pleasure.
So, Viktoria, could you tell us what your current role is?
Yeah, at the moment I work in the global team at Wella. It's a hair care company. My position is a junior compliance manager. And at Wella, we are building a strong compliance program, almost from scratch.
Viktoria, the title of your presentation at Converge21 is Employee Awareness, Engagement, and Training. I was wondering if you might be able to give us a few words about your part of the presentation as a preview.
It's not completely decided yet. However, I would like to speak about engagement techniques we are using at Wella and about our plans, how we are going to make our compliance program and our compliance communications interactive, interesting, and engaging. Because we believe that any topic can be presented in an entertaining way.
So that's a great point, because I think one of the continuing critiques that we hear about compliance training is it's not entertaining. It may be the rules, it may be our values, but it's really not entertaining. Do you have any thoughts on how you might do that, whether you might use video, whether you might use storytelling, what you might do to really make it entertaining?
I think it's good to combine different techniques, but we started with 1 byte size videos for about data privacy. So it's approximately a 5 minutes video for a different audience. One we created for a marketing team, a tailored one for HR, and we are going to do more of those videos. Another way is to include quizzes during trainings and once in a while ask questions. That helps the audience to keep the audience alive and to keep the dialogue. We also try to make it interesting for our internal stakeholders, such as audit committee, and we create our reports in PowerPoint, and we are trying to make it to visualize and track our compliance program. We also give catchy names to our projects. I would not disclose the names, but I think it will depend. In each company, it attracts attention. So if a compliance project has a catchy name, then people might ask, oh wow, that's interesting, that's cool, why did you call it this? and another project can have a different name. Of course, it's good when there is a certain association between the topic and the name, but it's not necessary.
So have you been able to get any feedback from any employees about whether your strategy is working? Do they find it entertaining? Do you see a higher level of engagement? What's been sort of the response back from your internal stakeholders, as high as the board and down to the lowest level employee that receives the training?
I think it's a bit too early to draw conclusions because our company is very young. We became an independent company in December 2020. However, those short videos, for them, we already received very positive feedback because people realize it will not take too much time. People see, oh, this is something new. This is actually a cartoon, not a training video. And they are curious and they go and they conduct this training, but participate in the training.
So do you, in the compliance function, help design the training? Do you work collaboratively with a vendor or others to help design the training, or does the vendor come to you with some proposed training? How does that part of it work?
Mostly we do it internally. And sometimes we also hire external consultants because our team is very lean. And actually another example that how we are trying to make it engaging is a platform. We have already created a data privacy platform, and our goal is that a user makes not more than 3 clicks to get an answer to their question. And we are going to do a similar one for code of conduct. It's bright, there are videos, there are different sections, and of course the possibility to ask the question from the compliance team.
When you prepare one or create one internally, do you work with your corporate communications or other experts who might be more well-versed in cartoons or computer graphics or others, or do you have that kind of talent inside your compliance function?
We are trying to develop different talents, but of course we cannot devote too much time to that, otherwise we will not be able to do our compliance work. We do interact with communications because they help us to find new ways which we might not even think about, such as lock screens on laptops, and this is a good way to communicate, for example, a new code or a button on a desktop. This is something we would not be able to create even if we have very talented team members. We created a communication plan, quite detailed, and tried to make it not only as a plan, but also as a reporting tool, and to connect it to evidence that this activity was conducted on time or not. And we have regular meetings, nowadays calls, with our communications.
So let me turn the subject just a little bit, Viktoria, and ask you, what do you hope to get out of Converge21?
I want to exchange opinions with other practical compliance specialists, because even though these ideas are not revolutionary, that compliance should be interesting and interactive, but practical ideas and practical advice from other specialists might help us to improve our compliance system and our communications.
Well, Viktoria, unfortunately, we're near the end of our time, but I am greatly looking forward to your presentation and your panel, and I wanted to thank you again for taking the time to visit with me today.
Thank you very much. It was nice meeting you, Tom.
Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox again. I hope you will join me at Converge21. We're going to link to the information and registration page in the show notes. It's going to be a great conference, literally one of the best annually going forward.